Last episode, we visited the desert region of AlUla and were transported back in time via the newly excavated archaeological sites that hold millennia of human history. Now we're going to explore Saudi Arabia today, which is anything but static. One of the things I love most about traveling is the ability to experience a culture in transformation. While in Saudi Arabia, I have met many outstanding women, and my preconceived ideas of a woman's role in this country continue to be challenged. Saudi women have always played important roles in the home, and today they're increasingly stepping out into the public sphere, finding careers as artisans, entrepreneurs, lawyers, and archaeologists. They are influencing Saudi culture and on the forefront of paving the kingdom's future. In this episode, I'll be speaking with a handful of these inspiring women to learn about their professional lives and aspirations, and the important role tourism is playing as they look to the future. First, we'll head to Turquoise Mountain in Riyadh, a nonprofit organization dedicated to revitalizing traditional craftsmanship, where we'll meet their communications director, Siwar Bandar, and a few artisans. We'll also meet Shadad, a lawyer who is working on new laws to protect and empower these Saudi artisans. Then I'll introduce you to Madrasat Adheera in AlUla, a school giving female artisans entrepreneurship skills and platforms to showcase their crafts. Finally, we'll head to Nourah Alsadoun's house. She is the owner of Hi Home, a company that connects visitors with local families for an authentic Saudi cultural experience. She's invited us for dinner.
Hi, Melissa. How are you? Welcome to the Mud House. Welcome to Turquoise Mountain.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you.
Thank you. It's so wonderful to be here. Can you tell me first, where are we? Explain this building.
So we are right now in one of the restored mud houses in beautiful Murabba Square. It was once the official residence of King Abdulaziz. Actually, this mud house was probably the Queen's residence. And we're so lucky to have called the Mud House our home in the last 7 years working in Saudi Arabia.
And how did Turquoise Mountain come to Saudi Arabia?
So I'll tell you a little bit about our background. Turquoise Mountain was started by King Charles III, who was then His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales. It was as a result of his passion to preserve and celebrate and really develop cultural heritage and especially crafts traditions passed across generations, from grandmothers to mothers to daughters. We have been working with our partners in Saudi Arabia over the last several years, working most recently with the Ministry of Culture, with the Royal Commission for AlUla, to help provide training opportunities, economic opportunities through our really wide network of global experts, designers, trainers. And very importantly, we're also providing a bridge to marketplace. We're helping these artisans make an income and earn a livelihood.
I cannot wait to meet some of these artisans and to see how you've taken all the very varied traditional crafts of Saudi Arabia and are preserving them, but also evolving them to be part of the tourism market that is new to Saudi Arabia. So when you first started in Turquoise Mountain in Saudi Arabia, there wasn't a big plan for tourism. And now would that be the biggest change for the community?
It's been incredible. I am somebody who grew up in Saudi Arabia. I grew up in Jeddah. I've spent a big portion of my adult life in the Riyadh. And it's been so wonderful to see so many visitors and tourists coming in. We know that these visitors are really curious. They're curious about the culture, the stories, the crafts traditions. They ultimately want to connect with the people. And we see that all the time in the hospitality sector, especially. All these hotels are opening up. None of these hotels want to look generic. None of them want to look like they belong in New York or the Maldives. They want to look like they belong in Saudi Arabia. And so the hotels have really been a huge platform and an important economic opportunity for artisans to showcase their work and make money.
And most of those artisans, the tradition of artisanship in Saudi Arabia for many years has been through women. And you mentioned this
dominated by women.
The Queen's Palace, and now it's mostly filled with women who are teaching their crafts to the next generation. So it's giving an incredible opportunity to them.
It's incredible. Women have really dominated the craft sector for a long time. They've played such an empowered roles in their families, in their communities, in their tribes. They've allowed them to thrive. A lot of the crafts of Saudi Arabia are actually very practical and functional. So you have women weaving on homemade looms, sedu tents that are weather durable so their families can sustain in the desert. You have women making clothing for their children. Even jewelry is very functional because it's a way to transport wealth from one place to the next. So women in Saudi have always played a really critical role in helping their families sustain, thrive, and develop.
And part of Turquoise Mountain has been and always involved in researching those traditions, right?
Absolutely.
And going to the original communities, sourcing the people in those communities who are practicing the craft in the traditional ways, and then bringing it to a wider audience through something more commercial, right?
Absolutely. We are so proud of the work that we've done so far. It's incredible to see an artisan see their work in this context and a new context as part of a 5-star luxury hotel, or as part of a demonstration for delegates coming in for the G20, or as part of a corporate gifting given out for the Public Investment Fund. They get emotional, there's incredible pride in their work, and as more time passes, they become incredibly confident, and that's what we've seen happen to many women, especially over the trajectory of the last few years.
It's so exciting. Well, I'm excited to have you introduce me to some
Absolutely.
of these artisans and some of the other women on your team who've been fundamental to making all of this happen.
Wonderful. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
Should we?
Yes.
Melissa, I'd love to introduce you to some of the artisans in the mud house. This is Amna. Amna is actually a very talented plaster carver from Jeddah, and she is working on incredible pieces for, this one actually is for the Cast Hotel in Jeddah, and it reflects the architectural geometric patterns usually carved on the outside of buildings. مرحبا آمنة. يعطيك العافية. شو أخبارك؟
These are beautiful.
Thank you.
Just amazing. Now, how did you learn the plasterwork craft?
عن طريق تركواز ماونتن تعلمت الحرفة على يد هدي من المملكة المتحدة وسارة العبدلي كانت طالبة في المملكة المتحدة.
She actually didn't know about plaster carving before she joined the training program with Turquoise Mountain, working with Haiti, who is from the UK, and Sarah Al-Abdali, who studied actually in the UK as well. So a lot of global experts have helped kind of develop the plaster carving craft in the kingdom.
And how long ago was that?
من امتى؟ بلشت انت من زمان معنا. 2016. One of our earliest, actually, Amna goes way back with us. She is an old friend of Turquoise Mountain and has been with us through many projects.
And so I imagine she's seen many changes. Can you ask her about how the tourism projects in Saudi have changed and what that means to her?
أمنا أكيد بهالفترة شفت تغييرات كثيرة.
كثير طورت من نفسي في الحرفة نفسها. تركواز ماونتن ساعدني كثير إنه أطور منها أكثر وأكثر.
بالنسبة لإلك قد إيه هالتغيرات أثرت على حياتك اليومية، أثرت على مهنتك، على حرفتك؟
خلتني أدخل المجتمع أكثر اجتماعيا. خلتني أهتم بالحرفة وأحاول إني أدربها وأقولها للأجيال الثانية إنه ما تندثر نفس الحرفة. صار اهتمامي أكثر وأكثر. حتى أبغى أدخل في تركيبتها، يعني وصلت مرحلة إني أبغى أدخل في تركيبة الجبس نفسه، كيف يتكون، كيف ينطحن، كيف من بداية.
It's made me much more social. I've been able to kind of go out in the community more, and that's been a big part of it for me. It's made me an ambassador and a trainer. I'm training a new generation of people and ensuring the continuity of this craft. And even more, I've become so passionate about it that I'm looking at even the structure and the composition of the plaster and how I can improve it and change it so we can create more elaborate and interesting pieces. Melissa, I'd really like to introduce you to one of our most renowned beaders and artisans, Ahmed. Ahmed was born on Farasan Islands, and she moved to the city when she was married. Unfortunately, she became a young widow, but she's now the breadwinner, for a family of over 40 people. مرحبا أحمد، السلام عليكم. كيفك حبيبتي؟
الحمد لله.
منيحة؟ تعرفك على ميليسا.
حي الله.
أحمد، ميليسا بدها تعرف شوي عنك، كيف تعلمت الحرفة؟
تعلمت الحرفة من عمري 15 سنة. تعلمتها من خالاتي ومن أمياه ومن جداتي ومن خواتي
واشتغلت هذا شغلي
She's saying she learned.
هذا شغل حقي
She's saying she learned her craft really young. She learned it from her mother and her aunts and her grandmothers. So this is her work. This is what she does. شو مثلا أهم الفرص? What are the most important opportunities اللي اشتغلتي عليها؟
اشتغلت على الخرز على سلمة الحرير على الخياطة باليد اشتغلت شغلة حلوة وكلها عنده ممتازة.
She's worked on embroidery using silk thread. She's worked on beading. Ahmad's beading was actually so famous that when the G20 delegates arrived in Saudi Arabia, she created a bracelet that showcases the G20 logo, and all the delegates were wearing Ahmad's bracelets.
That's amazing.
She's wonderful.
And can you ask her what it means to her to be able to teach her craft to the next generation?
شو بيعني لك أحمد إنه تقدري تعلمي؟ أنت بتعلمي بناتك وأولادهم.
علمت بناتي وأولادي وعلمت بنات المركز كلهن وتعلمن على يد الله الخيار وعلى يدي.
هذا شيء مهم بالنسبة لإلك؟
اي والله شيء مهم. هذا تراث من أول المحافظة فيه من الصغر والله، وأنا الحمد لله مكسبة فيه وعزيت نفسي منه. أكلت منه، تصدقت منه، أعطيت منه. الحمد لله.
She said that she's taught her daughters and her granddaughters. She's taught people in programs, training programs like ourselves. She's actually earned income as a trainer, and she's been able to make a living from her craft. So she's so grateful for that.
Will you please tell her thank you for giving me this and for being such an incredible ambassador of welcome from Saudi Arabia?
أحمد عم تشترك ملسا على الهدية اللي عطتيها، عم تشترك على الهدية اللي عطتيها إياها.
والله إنها تستاهل زيادة.
She says you deserve more than that. You deserve more than this. This is just a small gift. Do you know, I mean, for me, Ahmed is really an inspiring figure. She is, we call her everybody's grandmother because she is so maternal and loving, and she's really a big voice for passing on crafts traditions to a younger generation. There's only one Ahmed.
We are lucky to have her.
We're lucky to have her. Melissa, I would like to introduce you next to Majid. Majid is a master Sedu weaver. Sedu traditionally is used to make tent coverings, to make durable, climate-resistant tents. So it has a very practical function, usually created from wool, using sheep's wool, and the looms are usually made at home. Majid is particularly interesting because she created a loom that allows disabled people to use it. It's not easy to work on a loom that requires you to sit on the floor. It's hard on the back, and she was able to develop this really innovative solution to help people who have disabilities to be able to participate in this craft.
That's incredible. And how long has she been working with Turquoise Mountain and involved in these projects?
So Majid is actually a more recent master artisan that we've started working with, but she has been practicing Sedu. Majid, قد إيه صار لك عم تشتغلي بالسدو؟
تقريبا 44 سنة.
More than 44 years, she says.
Wow.
تعلمتي من أمك؟
من أمي ومن البيئة المحيطة فينا كلها، كل اللي عندنا يعني السدو قديما كان ما في أحد ما يعرف سدو، كل الناس تعرف سدو.
She said, I learned it from my mothers, but also everybody around us. In the old days, everybody knew what Sedu was. Everybody knew what it meant. And so this is where she learned it. Just it was everywhere.
And what does she think about the changes that have come to Saudi with the opening of tourism and what that means to her practice of her craft?
شو رأيك أم ماجد بالتغيرات اللي عم بتصير بالسعودية يعني عم نشوف كل يوم عم يجوا زوار جداد، عم يجوا ناس يزوروا السعودية لأول مرة أجانب، شو رأيك
والله ما شاء الله تبارك الله، هذا من ما يشجع على الحراك، على الشغل يعني حرفيا يعني يهتمون في التراث، يهتمون في شغلهم، يهتمون لأنها يلقون يعني ناس تدور عليه، ناس تبحث عنه، ناس تشتريه، يعني السياحة تدعمهم.
She's saying that, you know, it's been super helpful, all this tourism, because it's supporting them. They're looking at more at heritage, or looking more at these traditions, and it's been incredibly helpful for her and her work. In fact, actually, Majid is working on developing samples for us of products, high-end luxury bags and products, and integrating Sedu into them. So she's been involved in some very high-profile projects. So her work is incredibly meticulous and beautiful. This is a sample, actually, of one of the pieces she's helping us create for Turquoise Mountain.
Does she have hopes for how Sadu will evolve over the coming years?
طيب شو فكرك أم ماجد كيف حيتطور السدو؟ شو حيصير بالسدو لقدام؟ شو رأيك حيصير؟
والله السدو الآن هو ثامن عنصر ثقافي سجلته المملكة العربية السعودية لدى منظمة اليونسكو ضمن جهودها في توثيق التراث.
She's saying that,
تسليط الضوء عليه عالميا ومحليا مما يزيد فرصة استدامة التراث ككل، ما هو السدو بس.
هيدا الشيء مهمة، هاي نقطة مهمة لإلك عم تقولي، لأنه
هذه يعني
قد إيه مهم إنه نطور ونضلنا ندعم هالحرف.
يعني حنا ولا السياحة ولا الحكومة؟
أنتو.
حنا يا الحرفيين. حنا يا الحرفيين، إذا دام الحكومة مهتمة فيه حنا أكيد إن نبي نهتم فيه. السدو الآن تسجل ضمن منظمة اليونسكو.
She's saying that the Sadu is is on the UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List, which is a huge source of pride. And the big reason for that is because policy and government is now really advocating for the recording of national heritage and the development of national heritage, and places great value on craftsmanship. So as long as those directions are coming in, as long as there are programs coming in to support the artisans, then that will continue.
And what does she think of the new foreigners like myself who are coming to visit?
شو رأيك بملسا والناس اللي عم تيجي تزور السعودية؟
والله ما شاء الله عليهم، الله يحييهم، وهذولا هم بعد داعمين لنا ومشجعين لنا يا الحرفيين.
She's saying it's really encouraging. She's so happy to have people like you come in. It feels so supportive of the crafts and of artisans.
And she's teaching other women as well.
عم تعلمي ناس ثانيين كيف يعملوا السدو.
أنا أتطوع، أسوي دورات تطوعية.
Oh, she's a volunteer.
أنا أشجع على حرفة السدو، على جميع الحرف، أي حرفة أعرفها قديمة أحاول إني أوصلها للي حولي وإنها ما تندثر.
She's saying, she volunteers in all these training programs. She likes to spread her knowledge. It's really important that, and not just in Sedu, in any craft really, and it's so important to be able to do that so that we can make sure that these crafts don't disappear.
Would you mind asking her how she thinks the tourism is going to bring new opportunities for the crafts?
Sure. ماجد كيف السياحة غيرت حياتك؟ كيف في فرص جديدة للحرف من وراء السياحة؟
الحمد لله. أول كانوا الناس يشتغلون الحرف هواية، والآن هواية تكون لهم دخل مادي.
هذا الشيء مهم بالنسبة لك.
الآن الحرف تكون دخل مادي. يعني
She's saying that before.
مثل صنعة باليد أمان من الفقر. أي حرفي عنده حرفة تدخل عليه دخل مادي.
She's saying that before people used to practice Sedu and crafts at home, but as a hobby. But now they have the opportunity to generate income and to make a living from craft. She's also saying that there's a saying, a proverb, that if you know how to work with your hand, you have security.
That's beautiful.
شكرا ماجد. الله يخلي لنا إياكي.
يكون عندنا براندات عالمية للسدو.
إن شاء الله. She's saying, I hope one day that there are international brands for Sedu.
I think it will happen sooner than you think. Thank you.
شكرا. يعطيك العافية. Melissa, next I would really like to introduce you to Amani, who is actually a silkscreen artisan. Amani is actually an artist who started her journey in art and then moved and translated that into silkscreen printing. السلام عليكم أماني، كيفك؟ منيحة؟
السلام عليكم.
أهلا وعليكم السلام.
أماني، كيف بلشتي أنت بالسلك سكرينينج؟ How did you start؟
مع
مع Turquoise Mountain. وشو رأيك؟
هم بدأوا معي بالتدريب، فأنا ما كنت أنا أساسا مطلع عليها، فابتدأت معهم من وقت متأخر وأنجزت أعمال رائعة جدا يعني.
She's saying that, you know, she started silkscreen only with Turquoise Mountain من 8 أشهر صح أماني؟ تقريبا around 8 months ago, and she never knew anything about silk screening until now.
Is there something that you wish people who are from never been to Saudi Arabia knew about Saudi Arabia?
طبعا الهوية، أتمنى أنهم يحافظون ويعرفون الهوية ويكتشفونها، يعني مثل هذه الزخارف ما كانت موجودة أساسا عندنا، لكن ما كنا نستمتع فيها أو نحس فيها. لكن لما بدأت أنها تنحط كشعارات كأعمال فنية بدأوا يتساءلون، يعني مثلا هذه من مستوحاة من إيش مثلا، فبدأوا الناس يفهمون معنى اللوحة، معنى العمل الفني، معنى الفترة النهائية.
She's saying, you know, at the heart of it, our identity. For the first time now with artworks like these, people will look, for example, at this and know that it's based on carvings from Al-Ahsa buildings, and they will ask about the inspiration, where it comes from. They will want to know the stories, and this is happening all for the first time now.
أنا أتطلع في المستقبل بإذن الله أني أكون سفيرة بالمملكة العربية السعودية وأمثل الدولة على أكمل وجه، أبرز هويتها الثقافية والشعبية على جميع مستوى العالم بإذن الله.
شكرا لك. So she's saying that my ambition in the future is to represent Saudi culture across the world and to proudly represent Saudi identity and Saudi art. And we look forward to that day. Melissa, I'd really like to introduce you to a good friend of Turquoise Mountain and a former colleague, Shadad, who is a big advocate of artisan development, especially in a legal context. She is a lawyer, a practicing lawyer over the last 5 years. We're very proud to say that she's also one of the first female lawyers to practice in a Saudi courtroom.
Wow, so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So excited to learn more about Turquoise Mountain and how tourism is evolving for women in Saudi, and I cannot wait to talk to you about it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Siwar, for introducing me in an amazing way. It's such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much. Actually, my experience in Turquoise Mountain was so amazing. I learned a lot here. Especially when we work with the artisans, and this is amazing, really. So I want to start with my experience here. I execute actually a program with artisans, Saudi artisan. The program, it's talk more about how to empower women, the Saudi artisan, to create a sustainable business and protect their rights. And the result, it was amazing. Some of the artisans, they have now already their businesses. So yeah,
And I have to add, you know, Shahad was instrumental in passing some really important legislation to help protect artisans and their property and their products. And I think these types of activities really are so important for the sector and developing and helping supporting women in the sector.
Agree. Yeah, totally.
And how did you become a lawyer in the first place?
Yeah. Actually, I chose to study law when I was in high school. I was finding a pleasure in analyzing things and events and to understand what the purpose and causes behind it. So I think little by little, my desire to face a challenge has been grow. And yeah, that's why I become a lawyer. I love to challenge myself, though, so that's why, yeah.
And what do you think your being a lawyer represents in some ways? It must be very different now than it would have been 5 years ago.
Yeah,
the
sure.
opportunities you have.
Yeah, it's so different, yeah.
And how is Turquoise Mountain part of that? Because you can be involved in cultural heritage and law, which is probably something that didn't exist 5 years ago.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, it's for me, I think it's, as I said before, I love the challenge. So this is the experience, it's a challenge for me. Because I work directly with artisans, and I think that it's coming up with me to create a law how to protect them, how to enable them.
Policy making and affecting
Yes.
policy, especially based on the experience we have on the ground.
Yeah, of course.
We've built a wealth of knowledge working really on the ground with artisans. We know what the real challenges they're facing are,
Yeah.
and this is where we come in to support.
Yes.
And I think Shahad has been really instrumental in doing that. So,
yeah, of course. This is one of what's accomplished that I'm proud of, to create with me and with my team, to create laws, two laws regarding to, one of them regarding to the Saudi traditional fashion. This is the most important part for Saudi culture. And the second one, it's directly regarding to the craft and artisan. So these two are ready to present it to the competent authorities. So I think it's really important because the artisan and the craft, it's directly engaged with the economic national. So yeah.
In the hopes that you have for how Saudi women's lives will be different or even bigger, more expansive in 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
What does that look like?
Yeah, I think the most challenges here regarding to the tourism. So tourism, it's opened the widely doors for all Saudi women to participate in tourism. So it's a distinguished opportunity to create a business for all Saudi women, of course. And actually, with the new regulation for the Ministry of Tourism, it's allowed to other investors to come here in Saudi and open a different opportunity to them. As a lawyer, this is for me, it's a great job, a great opportunity to establish a business with investors. So yes, it's made a lot of changes in Saudi. Yeah,
I think women, and especially Saudi women, are really powerhouses. I have no doubt that they will lead and develop the craft sector, the tourism sector in the future. And it's incredible to see Shahad and other young Saudi women really taking the lead in this and opening up, and especially in tourism and development as well.
Yeah.
Well, and you've told me about some of the crafts, artisan masters that are here that you work with, who have been supporting families of more than 30 people through their crafts. Yeah. But the work that you're doing with legalizing and actually establishing these things as businesses is taking that to a new level. So it's not totally from new. As you said, they've been powerhouses for many years. They just weren't recognized in the same way.
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
I think a big part of what we do is formalize and provide these legal frameworks for women to do a lot of the same work that they've been doing in their homes for a long time. So encouraging them to join the public sector as employees, as business owners, and just to showcase really their participation over the last decades and generations.
I agree, yeah.
And then both of you, in a way, are also helping them take the traditional crafts and evolve them into a commercial zone. So,
yeah, of course.
As you said, they can start businesses. Yeah. There's an opportunity.
Actually, the artisans here, I think, from my perspective, I see the artisan, it's the stock and the muscles here in Saudi Arabia. So, they're important. Yeah.
So, can you explain, Shahad, the laws that you're working on to protect artisans and their creative craft and heritage?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the first law that I'm talking about, it's related to the Saudi traditional fashion. So, unfortunately, I won't go to the deep details, but it's really important for the Saudi custom, the original Saudi custom and their pattern, how to draw the pattern, how to know the difference between fabric to another. So this is important to me, actually, and important to the Saudi culture and for other people, of course, to know more about their culture and their custom. So yeah, the second one, it's related to the craft and artisan. How I protect the craft, how I identify the craft and the artisan, also how to protect them, how to protect their rights. So yeah, it's very important.
So it's rights of ownership.
Yeah.
And I think also the first legislation in particular speaks to authenticity, establishing criteria of authenticity. What is traditional customs? What is a traditional dress versus the numerous copies or knockoffs that might come especially when selling and claiming to be a heritage product. So I think legislation or policies and advocating for important laws the way Shahad is also a really important part of building a positive ecosystem for artisans to thrive.
And
Of
for
course.
protecting the heritage.
Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course.
Yeah. Can you say how a woman's life in the last 5 years has changed?
Yeah, of course, it's changed a lot. And thankfully, by Prince Mohammed bin Salman launched 2030, it's changed a lot here in Saudi, starting with developing the women and engage them with a lot of programs, and this is it changed a lot, and it's give all women here to be participate with a new challenge, participate with tourism, and create a sustainable business for them. So it's really a huge change. Yes.
And do you actually drive? You want the right to
yeah,
drive?
of course.
You drove here, right?
Yes, of course. It's different now, but yeah.
Well, that's
And
gotta
it's
be
the
wonderful.
traffic in Riyadh, but it's amazing. Yeah.
Now that all
You
the
feel
women can drive.
independent. You feel
That's so exciting. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us. and
Thank you
explaining
Thank you,
so much.
Shahad.
It's
Thank
really
you.
such a pleasure.
Melissa, thank you for visiting us at the Mud House. It was lovely to have you. I know the artisans enjoyed it. I understand you're going to AlUla next?
Yes, Siwar, thank you so much. It has been such a treat to meet so many of these masters here in Riyadh. And yes, next we go to AlUla.
Good. It's going to be an exciting time. We have a training program taking place in Madrasat Adheera there in partnership with the Royal Commission for AlUla. So we are now at a stage where there have been almost 50 artisans trained in that program, and we're working with them to help create production hubs and improve their ability to create products that they can sell to the tourists that are visiting AlUla every day. So I hope you enjoy it. It's one of my favorite places.
I'm sure I will. Thank you so much. I wished you were coming with me, but the next time.
Next time.
Thank you,
Inshallah.
Siwar, so
Welcome again.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything, and I hope to see you soon.
Inshallah.
Thanks.
Hello, welcome to Madrasat Adheera. My name is Hamid Al-Hmaidan. I am managing the school. So let me tell you some brief about Madrasat Adheera. It is the first art and design center in AlUla. Not just that, but also it has an amazing history as a building here. It has a lot of sentimental value to the people. It started as the first girls' school in the area, and now it has been transformed into AlUla First Art and Design Center. Currently, we are working with two partners. The first partner is the Princess Foundation School of Traditional Arts, and the second charity is the Turquoise Mountain. And both of them were working together into achieving our objectives, and they are the empowerment of local artisans of AlUla, and also preservation of traditional arts. So let's go to our first workshop, which is the pottery workshop. So in here, in our pottery workshop, we have made a lot of beautiful pieces, and most of these pieces are inspired by AlUla, and they are designed by our local artisans. And of course, we have one of our local artisans, Shog, here today. You see? And of course, she's working on creating some beautiful products. كيف حالك Shog? Of course, Shog today is just preparing her work, which she does here every morning when she comes in. وش تسوين Shog؟
نشتغل أعمال نسوي فيديوهات هنا طبعا عليها رسم العلا برضو الحروف اللحيانية.
Okay, so she's creating some products that have Lahyanite different descriptions, and that is definitely inspired by AlUla. And here she's showcasing some of her artwork that she's made, which is made from AlUla clay. These ones here. So the artisans, they learn the craft from A to Z. They actually go to the desert when the time is right and gather all the clay and bring it here to create these beautiful pieces that we sell in our retail shops for all community members, especially tourists who made this area thrive again as the crossroad of civilizations. يعطيك العافية شوقي. شكرا لك. So right now, I'll take you to a small tour into the school. In here, you can see different products that were made in the school, and all of them are inspired by AlUla and by the different civilizations that lived through this beautiful area right here. And we have palm as well, which is one of the top or one of the prominent crafts that people here used to practice for thousands of years. But of course, the aim is to make contemporary pieces using this traditional craft in order for us to be able to sell it to the international audience. And we've got our textile and embroidery workshops, and we're creating, of course, different products ranging from, tote bags, pillowcases, laptop cases, and you can name it. And they're all inspired by AlUla. So you've got the lotus flower, for example. You've got the moringa leaf and different inspirations from the mountains, the sand dunes, and the colors of AlUla. And right now we're gonna go into the jewelry workshop, which you guys will definitely enjoy. Hello. السلام عليكم. كيف حالكم؟ إن شاء الله تمام. طبعاً today we have Ragad and we have Aisha here working. كيف حالك عايشة؟ وش قاعدين تشتغلوا عليه اليوم؟
بنشتغل على أساور عبارة عن سوارة من الفضة.
Okay.
للبلدة القديمة طبعاً بنرسمها ونشتغلها.
Okay.
عبارة عن نقوش للبلدة القديمة.
So today they're working on an order of bangles that is inspired by inscriptions from the Old Town. And the buyer commissioned around 20 pieces of these bangles who are specially made with these unique inscriptions. And it is made out of silver. Of course, this workshop is one of the top producing workshops that we have in Madrasat Adheera, and we did a lot of collaborations with a lot of fine luxury companies to produce and design different beautiful jewelry pieces, which is the aim of this beautiful workshop. يعطيكم العافية. شكرا لكم. أهلا وسهلا. And now we're going to go to the palm workshop. And of course, just to mention that while renovating this school, right now we are only 20% operational, and we will fully open up the school next year after the renovation. And the aim is to keep the character and the uniqueness of the building, such as the mural right here and all the murals that we have, as well as the mashrabiyas that we have here, the courtyard, and everything unique about this building, we're going to preserve. Assalamu alaikum. كيف حالك? Come on in. Welcome to the palm weaving workshop. Of course, we have Atimad here today. She's working on AlUla palm fronds to create different pieces. كيف حالك يا اعتماد؟ ممكن تخبرينا اليوم شغال على ايش؟
أنا أشتغل فلوس. الحرفة هذه كانت من زمان واشتغلت في المدرسة حقت Turquoise Mountain وطورت الحرفة هذه واشتغلت على سفرة طعام.
Okay, يعطيك العافية. She's saying that she had been working here for around a couple of years in the school, and it is a traditional craft that has been practiced here in AlUla for thousands of years, and she's showcasing today the dining set that she created. As you can see, you have a coaster, you have a mat, you have a tissue case. She's showcasing the work that she's making here as well. And this craft, it requires a lot of patience to be in this craft. To create a beautiful mat, such as this one or that one, for example, it will take around 2 to 3 weeks to create this one. And we have to make sure that these artisans are earning sustainable income. So we are telling them that you're not just creating, a traditional piece for practical use. You are creating a piece of art, like this one here, for example, which can be sold for thousands of riyals and will create income to the local community and the local artisan community of AlUla. And in this workshop as well, we are using natural dyes to use in our palm fronds. As you can see in the corner there, these are all used and extracted from natural plants and natural stones found here in AlUla. يلا شكرا اعتماد. And right now we're going to go to our last workshop, which is the design and production workshop by the Princess Foundation School of Traditional Arts. Come on in. Of course, the class is in motion, and today we'll be learning on geometry and different design skills that they are learning while they're studying here in the school. Of course, we have William here today, who is an international artist, and he's teaching on the geometry and design inscriptions and design inspiration of AlUla. And in this specific workshop, they are learning on different skills. So it's not just one skill. It is a multidisciplinary workshop. They're learning palm weaving, embroidery, stone carving, wood carving. They're also learning on felt, natural dyes, how to extract different colors from the environment and how to use nature to create beautiful products. So, if you're an artist from AlUla and you want to join this beautiful program, which is definitely free of tuition for all the local community here, you can check our Arts AlUla webpage and look for our announcements that we usually announce every year enrollment for this beautiful program. And this is the end of our journey here, and I hope to welcome you myself when you come visit us here in Madrasat Adheera. Thank you very much.
Hi. Hello, Nourah.
Hello, Melissa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
And hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for having me, Shukran.
Shukran for
It's
coming.
such a treat to be with you.
Thank you so much. We're very excited to see you and welcome you.
Thank you so much. Will you tell me a bit about how you decided to start High Home? Because you're starting a business to bring foreigners like me into your home in Saudi.
Yeah, so it was actually because we, from my trips to several countries like Colombia, like Cuba, I tried this kind of experiences to go into someone's home, and just it gave me the best experience ever. So I thought, why not have it here in Saudi? Because we have like a lot of diversity, we have a lot of hospitality and generous, and every home has a very different story and unique thing to serve to the guest.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So will you tell me a little bit about the story of your home?
Of course. First, you'll meet my father. he's a man with a lot of a lot of expertise and a lot of stories to be told. So here in our traditional room, please welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, hello, welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to my home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here.
It's very nice having you with us.
Thank you for
Thank you.
inviting me in.
We're always happy when we see you. We always welcome guests from United States and other countries in the world.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And this is a beautiful space.
Oh, this is a traditional.
And
Well,
do most houses have a space like
no,
this?
not most houses. Some houses they have. Please sit down. Some houses they will have like the Bedouin tent, the black one, and some houses they will have like this.
It's beautiful.
Especially in the winter,
Thank you.
we like to sit here and to open some here fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
We make the coffee, and usually I make the coffee, and a younger girl or a boy they will serve everybody.
Yeah.
This is
And-
the traditional way to do it.
And usually when guests come, we like to show them, different types of dates. All of these dates came from my father farm in Al-Ghat,
Yes.
and so
Amazing.
I'm happy
Thank
to
you.
share it with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And maybe you noticed, when you enter here, we have a couple of traditional clothes. Especially visitors who are, new visitors to Saudi Arabia, they like to try it and to take some picture in it. And yeah, so they like to do
I
that.
didn't see the clothes.
I will show you when we go outside.
So shall you show me what else a guest will do?
Also see the clothes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and
thank
in
you. Hey, will you show me some of the clothes?
Here you go.
So when we have men,
Yes.
we like them to try the outfit like my father, what he's wearing.
That's
And-
fantastic.
Yeah, and this is here, what usually women like to wear. This actually was my, before I got married,
Yeah.
this dress, I wore it in my bachelor party.
It's beautiful.
So it is, and this is, you put it in your head, and so beautiful. And here, I'm sorry, I'll just take this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is actually more than 200 years old. It belongs to my
Grandmother.
grandmother. So it's very
They gave it to her in her marriage.
to put her stuff.
Beautiful.
And this is like some also beautiful things to wear when you
How
get some
fun.
photo. Yeah. Everyone get excited for a photo shoot.
Everybody likes to dress up.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Please. Archie.
Thank you, Nourah.
I want to explain for you, this is Mandi. You'll try it today. Some say it's originally from Yemen, but it's very, very popular here in Saudi. That some says it's a Saudi national dish. So I'll show you, this is how we used to do it. Can you come please help me?
Wow.
Here is the chicken, and down there is the rice, and under the rice we have some ramen and sand to just to keep it from burning.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
امسكي
Salad with beans.
هيا شو اسمه؟
And this is sambusa with za'atar and cheese.
Loves the top. Thank you, Nourah. This is so nice.
Thank you for trying this.
It's fantastic.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
to
We're
our
so
home.
happy to
We are
have
very
you.
pleased tonight to see you.
But it's very special to be in a home. And you and I talked about it earlier, the idea of traveling and getting into people's actual houses is the way I think you learn about a culture.
Exactly, and also to live with a memory, because you know the person, you have entered his home, you met the family, So you'll really have a beautiful memory about the country.
Yes. And women in particular, I would think,
Yeah.
this gives them a new opportunity, no?
Exactly, because you meet people from all over the world, and when you meet them, you actually you get more, insight. Because now I'm meeting you. You're a founder. You came from US, and that's actually a very pleasure and honor for me to sit and talk with a founder of a touristic thing.
Yeah.
Company. Yeah.
Well, and I'm talking to another founder.
Yeah, happy to do that.
No, it's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And what do you hope Americans take away from a visit to Saudi?
I hope they could know us, in real. They could know how generous we are, how we are very similar to them, I think. With everyone, we're very similar from, the families, the ideas, but we have our own, authentic traditions, which is very beautiful, and I want them to learn about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we as a family, we have things in common, I've been in American, homes, like in Thanksgiving, they invite us, and we go to their home, and we see the families, and usually before they eat, they pray, and we pray with them, and it's it is the only way to see people is to go to their home, because hotel is hotel everywhere in the world. Lobby is lobby, everything. Restaurant is the same, Italian or whatever food, Japanese. But to know people, go to their home.
And home for you, what exactly does it mean?
It means three things, I think. The person, the family who is inside the home, and the food that we eat in the home, and the story behind, the collection, the story behind each piece, behind the person who is welcoming you. That's a home.
So how do you find the people who open their homes to you in High Home?
It was a bit challenging at first because it was a bit new idea, because here in Saudi we're very generous, and when I told them that when you open your home and you welcome people, you might take a charge on that. They said no, how can I do that? Because it's a shame. But I told them that this is actually a new way for you to be sustainable and to provide the best high quality of service. And then I thought I found that people are very actually eager to welcome, and we go through a lot of selections, to be honest. We don't accept anyone. We have to make sure that he's excited to see other people. We do some interview, we go to their homes to try it. So it's a long way to go.
It's amazing, but so interesting because in some ways the culture of hospitality almost makes it hard to start a hospitality business because it's so against what people are used to doing. They're used to doing it for free.
Exactly.
So to say we're going to turn this into a business is a challenge that I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah, it is a challenge, but thanks God that we found a way to
to convince them.
Yes, to convince them.
It's very exciting.
Thank you so much.
And have there been surprises for you when you had guests come in? To their reaction?
It was actually very smooth, and I heard some stories that says that when they went to someone's home and when they said that I like this piece or something, they actually, the host insisted to give it to them as a gift. So they told me that we should not say anything, it's beautiful, because they're afraid to give it to them.
That's very funny. Yeah. So Nourah, what do you hope that people will take away from a High Home visit?
I hope that they could take a good memory from their visit, and they get to have new friends from Saudi Arabia. Because every time I see when there is a visit from a guest to a host, they exchange their numbers and their names. So I think that's what I hope that you get from, and of course a very good sense of who we are.
And what do you think American travelers are going to be most surprised by in a visit to Saudi Arabia?
I think Americans and the Western, maybe they will be surprised that we're very open individuals, yet we still have this authentic, traditions. So we would see the mother, the daughter, we're like very, we're a huge part of, the Saudi family. So like me, I go and I welcome people. We're not like so much different. We're not hiding. But at the same time, we have this great traditions from, welcoming guests, from the coffee, from everything.
Yes. If you were to think of your ideal wish for a visitor to a high home experience to take away from Saudi Arabia, what would that be?
I think the memory that they would make from meeting locals, from meeting the family, and also to make a friends from their visit. So the best thing, I think, for an end of an experience in high home is to exchange their numbers. And so I think if we get out of this experience with a memory and with a new friend, that would be the best way to end it.
And to me, that's what all travel should be, is about going to a place and coming away with friendships. It's meeting other people and feeling that a friend you make in that country is the memory of the country.
Exactly. I do agree 100%. This is the best way to learn about a culture and just, to have a great experience there.
No question. And in terms of the economic opportunities for women, how do you think tourism is changing that?
Oh, changing that a lot. Like it offers new jobs for women, because I know that now there is a lot of tour guides who are female, and also through High Home, a lot of hosts, they are women, they are females. So it just helped them, to continue hosting and continue, welcoming people, and also the tour guides as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what would you think your hope is for Americans who visit Saudi Arabia that they take away with them?
But if you come to a country, you come to the airport, you go in an Uber, you go to the hotel, you go to the restaurant. You didn't see Saudi Arabia because that's similar anywhere else. But you come to a Saudi home, you take good memories, you make friendship, and you enjoy what you pay for coming all the way from there to Saudi Arabia by meeting people, opening opportunities between the two countries.
No, that is what travel is. It should be about the people that you meet who become the face of the nation for you. So Haya and I are friends now. I will always think of you when I think of Saudi Arabia, and I hope you think of me when you think of America. But really and truly, that's what we're trying to do, right? Is to make friendships across borders.
Exactly.
And it's actually insightful, to learn about, maybe because now we're working in the same sector, tourism. So
Yes.
now I get new ideas from you, and we share the same thing.
And I love what you said too about it being about us being able to see what is modern, but also what is traditional, and what is a choice for you as a woman, and what is the perceptions that people have that you don't have a choice. I think that's one of the things often people think about Saudi Arabia, that women have to wear a hijab, or you have a choice to go outside the home, to work in the home, to work outside the home.
To wear anything, like if they wish so. Yeah.
Right, let's cheers to that.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to all of these incredible women for sharing their perspectives and stories. It's inspiring to watch them move into the public sphere, to share, protect, and preserve their Saudi heritage, transforming Saudi culture in the process. From selling traditional crafts, to writing laws to protect female entrepreneurs, to welcoming new travelers into their homes, these women are opening the kingdom up to the world and are integral to achieving Vision 2030. I strongly believe that travel has the power to transform lives, which leads us to our next episode, highlighting the future of tourism in Saudi Arabia, where we will explore Saudi cities of the future, Diriyah and Neom.